on the cardboard box at the murder scene.
They sent those boots and other materials to General Delivery Las Vegas, Perry Smith. Thank God they did that.
If the Las Vegas police had grabbed them earlier, that really critical piece of evidence wouldn't have been found. It was purely happenstance. Purely happenstance.
It was at that point that I told them to keep the men in maximum security until we arrived.
It was around the end of December of 1959, and Smith and Hickock were arrested in Las Vegas, Nevada. Here we have mugshots of both Smith and Hickock. Hickock on the left and Perry Smith on the right. And then there's a picture of the bloody boot print that law enforcement took. And the boot here is one of Perry Smith's boots that he wore on the night that the Clutters were murdered.
Those boots, well, you count on good luck falling your way sometimes, and that's not what happened in the Clutter case. One of the strategies, if you have multiple defendants, is identifying the person that's most likely to engage in a conversation.
And by golly, it had to be Hickock.
Exactly. Hickock's personality was, he thought he could do a snow job, basically. He felt more comfortable trying to engage conversation to learn more about what the agents knew.
I first saw Dick Hickock in jail inside the Las Vegas Police Department. Agent Church and myself took him to the interrogation room.
They go into the evening, first day as I recall. And Hickock, of course, is his usual boastful, braggadocio self. But that evening, Nye and Church kind of play with Hickock.
We started off by going over these checks that he had passed in the Kansas City area. What was obtained through these checks, where it was disposed of. And then we go into his particular activities along with Perry Edward Smith over the weekend of the 14th and 15th of November 1959. We asked him about the murder of the Clutter family in Holcomb, Kansas.
To help them get the confessions, they had to have evidence available to them to show that, listen, we got you guys, so it'd be in your best interest to talk to us. And one of the things that they talked about was the boot print. You know, we have your boots. Is there any reason why your boot print should be at the scene if you've never been there before?
You understand this can be used against you?
Yes. So now here's the thing, something like this. Is there any way I can get out of the manslaughter charge? Because I never pulled the trigger. And I didn't even know what the goddamn hell was going on. I was in the other room when it first happened.
Of course, that'll have to be worked out with the county attorney, Dick. I couldn't tell you that.
I signed the confession, you know.
This is a true picture of what happened out there. This is your story of what happened out there. You do whatever you want. That's just a suggestion. Well, what's the name of this family out there?
On the other side, Smith was not really giving up anything. He was very cagey. Don't discuss anything, less information out there, the better off I am. Definitely more adept at avoiding answering questions in a criminal setting than Hickock.
I first talked to Perry Smith on January 2nd, 1960. This is at the police department at Las Vegas. I talked to him from 2 o'clock in the afternoon until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. He denied any knowledge of the Clutter murders.
At that time, of course, Hickock was giving basically a full confession.
Who was with you?
Very Smith.
But there wasn't to be any killing.
That's for damn sure. Well, you got no time. He'll probably deny shit. How are you going to prove the difference?
Well, you know it's a trick thing.
If everybody gets a little bit, you don't. That is what else was.
Charges in the slaying of the Herbert Clutter family in Holcomb were filed after a dramatic confession was made in Las Vegas by Kansas State Penitentiary parolee Richard Eugene Hickock, age 28, who was charged with 4 counts of murder. Hickock made his statement, then collapsed into the arms of lawmen. The confession also implicated parolee Perry Edward Smith. Smith, questioned separately, declined to confirm that he participated in the slayings.